it's Tanya, and welcome back to the channel, and happy Friday, everybody! Today I am back with another speed build per usual on Fridays, and this is a big one. It actually ends up being only a one-story house, but it does have 5 bedrooms, and I think 3 bathrooms? Yeah, 3 bathrooms and a pool, and it comes in around 183,000 simoleons. It does end up looking, as you probably saw in the thumbnail, and you can kind of see me build it now. It does look like it has 2 floors, but those are purely decorative. It is a one-story house, but it has a lot of room. I think this will be a really good family home, and I hope you guys like it. This is actually pretty close to the shape that we end up going for. I kind of wanted this U shape where the doors to the entrance of the house were in the middle, but it kind of came out in the front on both sides. That's kind of the look I was going for with this build. And just so you know, I did cut out all of the bathrooms. At least I think I got all of them. If I missed one, there might be a bathroom in here that you can watch. But because of the length of this video, I thought it would be best to go ahead and cut out some of the footage, because otherwise this would have been even longer than it already is, and it's already kind of a long speed build. So apologies for that if you really wanted to see me build the bathrooms, but you will be able to see them in the screenshots. So if you stay tuned at the end of the video, there'll be screenshots of the whole build, and there'll be pictures of the bathrooms in there. But anyway, we are just working on the outside of the house here, as you can kind of see, trying to figure out the backyard a little bit. I ended up having it pretty simple in the back and kind of made it symmetrical to the front for the most part. There were some things that I made different, but I really like how this came out. It's different in the symmetrical in like those 2 outjuts. Obviously, they're very different, the front and the back. And that's kind of what I wanted to do. I wanted it to look similar but different. Because I'm not a huge fan of symmetrical things at all. And so I thought it would be nice to have something that, you know, resembled it but wasn't exactly it. But we're just fiddling with the front porch right now. And I changed the roof color, as you saw. And I believe we end up staying with a dark roof color, even though I always feel like I really want to have like a red one. I feel like I never keep a red one. And of course, now this time my cat is making noise in the background. That's Rio, if you hear him. He doesn't know how to cover kitty litter, so he scratches the wall. Anyway, for once it's not Wednesday making the noise. I'm proud of her. She's being kind of quiet now, but as soon as I say that, she's probably gonna make an appearance in this. But we're just fiddling with the roof a little bit more here, and I really like how this ended up coming out in the end. We have this very subtle curve on this part of the roof, and then we have the more pointed roof on the other side. And I think that it came out really cute, honestly. And I believe it left all, if not like most of the landscaping, if not all of it, in. So we don't have bathrooms, but we do have landscaping, so that's exciting. Oh my gosh. Did you guys hear that? Yep. Okay. Well, I hope you guys can hear that and it doesn't just sound like I'm talking to myself and being... Well, I mean, technically I am talking to myself right now, but my cat is just going, wow! Oh my goodness. This is the problem with like recording in my living room, is I am with my animals and they do never cooperate. But when I move, I'll have an office and I won't have a meowing cat or a rabbit throwing things in the background. So looking forward to that. But anyway, how has everyone been? How was your week? I know it's Friday now for me. It might be Saturday for some of you guys. I want to know how everyone's week has been. Was it a stressful one? Are you excited for the weekend? I know I'm really excited for the weekend, even though I feel like I'm going to be pretty busy this weekend, except tomorrow, which is Saturday, or maybe on Sunday. I don't know which day yet. I'm thinking about going to the Big E. And if you're from New England, you know what the Big E is. It's a 6-state fair in like around Springfield. I'm not sure if it's in Springfield or West Springfield, Massachusetts. And it's a state fair that kind of, it's not just Mass. It's for Massachusetts, Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, Connecticut, and Rhode Island. It's like a massive fair that a lot of people in New England go to, and it's like 2 weeks long. and this weekend is the last weekend of it. Oh, there's sirens now. This is the best voiceover ever. It goes on for 2 weeks, and this is the last weekend, and I haven't gone yet. So I'm thinking about doing that tomorrow or Sunday. So I don't know. If anyone's from any of those states, have you guys ever been to the Big E? What are your opinions? What foods should I try? Please let me know. But I just talked through all that landscaping, and I apologize for how unprofessional this has been. I mean, I have no idea if you're going to be able to hear any of those background noises. I don't know if I'd prefer if you could or if you couldn't. But they're there. Anyway, we got a lot of landscaping. We ended up adding this little water feature over here, a little fountain around the edge of this bit. And I just thought it looked nice. I don't typically add many fountains. And I just kind of liked it. It was something subtle and different from the same plants I use everywhere. So we added a fountain. So that's kind of exciting. Just adding some rocks in there now and some water squirting out of it. And yeah, I don't know, I love this house. I built this is the first thing I built after the tiny house last weekend. And I was so excited. I was sitting there like grinning about how much I love this house. And I believe they changed the colors that we have right now. So they're slightly different, I think. I might be wrong. It might be these colors. I changed it so many times that I'm losing track of which color scheme I ended up going with. But I know that these are the panelings that I used. And oh gosh, my cat is running around the apartment now. Rio, are you trying to be part of this video? Oh yeah, here we are changing the colors. I think this is the final color we used, which was a more of a bright orange color. And we changed out the windows to white. I really wanted to make them work as brown, and they're not white here. I think I do still change them all to white in a little bit. I'm not entirely sure. I thought I did. Maybe I didn't. I'm pretty sure I did, though. I'm pretty sure they're white windows in the end, and then I'm going to be changing them soon. Although looking at it right now with the color of the windows and everything, it kind of reminds me of my Wyoming house that I did. So that's kind of fun. Also, by the time this goes up, my Arizona build will have gone up. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. It hasn't gone up yet because I'm filming this on Wednesday night. So tomorrow for me, it will go up, and yesterday for you guys. That one was really fun to build, and as you probably saw, I didn't do a ton of research for it because I wanted to just look at houses and use the knowledge I already had, which wasn't a ton of Arizona, but I apparently lived there, so I wanted to go on that, and it was really fun to do. But we're just fixing up this backyard here. It has a pool, a couple seating areas, and like a barbecue. I think we add a hot tub as well, and lots of plants, and I really like it. I thought about putting plants on the ground here, and then I thought it would be nice if they were part of the foundation and they were just like bushes. I don't know why, it just sounded like a good idea, so that's what we did. It was a little something different. I think that's why I wanted to go ahead and do that, and so we used these bushes here and got rid of those ones, and I think it looks kind of cool. It's like a raised potted area. I don't know. That sounded better in my head, but I think it looks cute. And I don't know when we're going to change these windows because it takes me a while, but I'm pretty happy with how full this yard looks. It's fills up the space pretty well. I'm trying to think what size lot this is. I want to say it's like a 40 by 40. Do we have any other 40 by 40 lots? Because I wasn't positive after I built it that I wanted it to be on this lot. And I was looking around and having trouble finding another lot that's 40 by 40. So maybe this is the only 40 by 40 lot, or maybe I'm blind and I couldn't find one. But I think this is the only 40 by 40 lot. So I ended up having it stay here. But I think it looks fine here. I just thought it might have looked better in Windenburg, but I think that's because I used some of the Tudor wallpapers on this house. But I think it looks fine here. And we're adding a hot tub over here like I said we were going to, and we're going to add a cute little seating area over here. I've been really loving adding these couches with the little ottoman attached to make an L-shaped couch. It looks so cute. And then, of course, the chairs, doing the same thing to make lounger chairs is so cute as well. I hope one day we do get lounger chairs in the game, but the Sims team has explained why they haven't done it yet because it takes a lot of new animations. But maybe one day. That could be really cool. But anyway, we are just adding the barbecue now, and I want a grill so bad. My apartment does not allow us to have a grill, and that makes me really sad, so I can't grill anything. And now I'm thinking about the Big E again. Oh my god, I want corn dogs. I really don't know what to try. I'm a very picky eater, and I'm trying to think, like, I don't really remember what I got last year. I know I got apple cider and apple cider donuts, and then my boyfriend got kangaroo burgers, which is, to me, disgusting, but, you know, trying new things at the Big E. I don't know what I want to try. I hope I can even go. I want to go, because if I don't go this weekend, I can't go until next year, and that's so sad. But I know I just keep talking about this fair, but I don't know. I'm curious as to who lives in this area. I feel like I have a couple of viewers that are from one of those 6 states. If I'm remembering correctly from some comments that I've seen in the past. So some of you guys might have been to the Big E before, or you just have been to fairs before, and you know fair food that I should try. It's usually like people are like, oh, get deep fried Oreos. And I'm like, I'm not that big of a fan of deep fried sweet things, but, you know, I might try something new. It depends on what suggestions I get or what I come across, really. I just love apple cider everything. So I'm probably going to get apple cider everything. It'll be a really good time. But I think we're almost done with the outside finally. Maybe we're adding some trash cans out here. I just think this house looks so cute. I don't know. I'm like tooting my own horn on this one, but it's so cute. I really like it. I feel like I say this too often, but I feel like I want to play in this house. But I don't know. I also need to build some more stuff for future series, or like not future series. I don't really have another series planned, but Parenthood should be coming back next week, and I'm debating on if anyone's going to be moving or renovating or anything. And depending on that, I might have to build something. So we'll see on that. But every time I build a house that I like really like, I'm like sad that I'm not gonna play in it because I don't have a family planned for it. But I really, 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 really love this house. But as usual, the room we go to first, this is gonna be the kitchen because it's always the first room in a house that I build. Because I love kitchens for some reason. I don't cook in real life pretty much at all, but I love kitchens. I don't. Even in real life, like, I'm like obsessed with wanting a beautiful kitchen. I have the ugliest, like, low budget apartment kitchen, and I hate it. And I don't cook, but I wonder if like having a nicer kitchen would make me cook. I have no idea. But like every time I look at apartments, the thing that makes me want or not want an apartment is the kitchen. I'm like, oh my god, look at that beautiful stainless steel fridge and those granite countertops. Like, can I have it, please? Or like really pretty kitchens. This is going to be weird. All right, so I don't know how many people in this that watch this channel also watch like videos in the beauty community. I do not do makeup. It's not an interest of mine, but I watch a couple random people because it's interesting to watch and whatever. And who saw James Charles' tour of his new house and is like in love with his color scheme of neutrals and black and white? Because that kitchen, that is my dream kitchen. I want that kitchen so bad. I will never achieve that goal, but I want that kitchen. It is beautiful. And I think it's really weird that I watch James Charles because I don't do makeup ever. Like, it's just not part of my life. But I find him interesting to watch sometimes. And oh my god, speaking of YouTubers, oh my god, the new series Shane Dawson put out this week on Jake Paul, The Mind of Jake Paul. It's so cool so far. Obviously, when I'm recording this, we've only seen part 1, so part 2 will be tomorrow, which will be yesterday for you guys, and I am so excited. I honestly really support most of pretty much anything that Shane Dawson puts out, because he's amazing, and I feel like he deserves the title everyone gives him of King of YouTube, or Queen of YouTube. I love him so much. And I honestly didn't know a lot about the Paul brothers at all prior to this. My first introduction to who they were was actually sometime last year when I was streaming a lot here on YouTube. I always had younger people come in and be like, are you part of the Low Gang? And I honestly had absolutely no idea what they were talking about, and I had no idea who Logan or Jake Paul were. And then my next introduction to them was, unfortunately, that very bad video that Logan Paul put out. Was it this year or last year? I think it was this year, when he was in the Japanese suicide forest. And so that was my second introduction to them. And then this is my third introduction, which is I didn't know about all of these controversial videos. I'm not surprised by them, but I didn't know about them because I don't follow that type of YouTubers. So I find this very intriguing, and I think it's awesome that despite the backlash that Shane Dawson is going after finding out more information because he's genuinely interested and intrigued and inspired to kind of create this crazy documentary series, 8-part series on something that he's interested in. So I'm here for it. I'm not a fan of them. Obviously, I think it's just going to be about Jake Paul. But then, like, before the series posted, Shane was talking about how he doesn't really know what the series become. It kind of started off as Jake Paul and then not about Jake Paul, and then it's about everybody. And so I think it's, like, about Team 10 in general, which I didn't even know was a thing until yesterday's video because I'm so out of the loop on that part of YouTube. But I'm intrigued. And I'm going to stop rambling about it now, but if anyone's watching that series, which if you're not, please go watch it. Let me know what you're thinking about it because I'm really excited. I absolutely adore Shane Dawson's content. And, okay, I'm going to stop talking about it. I completely talked through this living room. I kind of tried to make this house very family friendly because it is a 5-bedroom house, so there's a decent amount of kids in this house, or, like, growing up families. I'm trying to remember. I think one of the rooms is teen and the other ones are younger, but I don't entirely remember. But there is definitely a growing family in this house. So I wanted to make it very family friendly. Lots of cool colors, lots of space, kids' drawings, toys, everything. I just imagine this to be a really big family house, not like a big, like, it looks nice and pretty and fancy on the outside, but the inside, I really wanted to reflect that there was a family living here because I feel like that's incredibly realistic. You buy a really nice house, it's beautiful on the outside, and then the inside is just adjusted to your family, who you have living there. So it might be perfect and pristine on the outside because you maintain all of that, but the inside could have just toys everywhere. And I didn't make this cluttered and, like, messy per se, but it does definitely have a lot of character and obvious that there's a family living here. And that's kind of what I was going for. So we're just adding a coat rack and an umbrella holder in the front here and some activity boards because family and kids and things. And I don't know. I wish we had more kids activities. I know we have some, but I wish we had more. And I also added some debug mail on this table here because I thought it would look nice. I think I ended up adding this present here. I don't know why, but I really liked the idea of there just being a little gift box there. Maybe it's one of the kids' presents for their birthday or something. I have no idea. But I put it there and I was like, it looks cute. I'm going to keep it. And so I don't really have a better explanation than that, but that's why that's there. And we're just closing off the front and back doorways. They are kind of like a little, is it like an L shape? No, it's like an S without the top and bottom parts of the S. It's like a little zigzag, the front and back entrance, which is kind of interesting. So you don't see to the back door from the front door, but, like, you kind of can if you look at an angle. So we're just adding a little unit back here for coats and stuff in the back hallway and some more places to hang up some coats and hats and stuff. And mirrors, of course, because you always got to check yourself on the way out. But I didn't put that mirror there, but I believe we have one in the front hallway anyway. I added these paintings from Cats and Dogs, which are some of my favorites. And then this room, let's see. This is kind of like a bar room, which is kind of weird. It's just kind of a chill room. It has a bookcase, a bar, and a chair in here. And, like, it's just a really chill place for the parents to get away. I figured they probably wanted a bar and that kind of stuff, but they didn't want it out in main living areas because they were raising a family. It's not safe for kids, blah, blah, blah. And so that's kind of what I went with for that. And then we have a nursery because we had this really small room and I thought it would be perfect for a nursery. I think you could probably expand some of the rooms and move stuff around as kids got older and you wanted this room to have more space in it for a child once they've gone through toddler stage as well. Or they could just have a really small room. There's definitely room in here for a single wide bed, possibly even a double wide bed, depending on how you place it. So I think it's a small room, it could work. So that's what this room is. It's pretty simple. It's just very green with some blue in it. I used this dinosaur paper, even though I don't use it that often, because I thought it worked well for a family room or a family house. It's not a family room. That was a baby's room. If that was a family room, can you imagine it? That's bigger than the living room I gave my tiny house earlier this week, so I'm not going to say, can you imagine that's a family room? But a family room for a 5-bedroom house, Yeah, that'd be kind of small. But this is the master bedroom. It's very green. I used a lot of green in this house, which is interesting. I don't know. I feel like I've been getting hooked on colors lately, so when I start using a single color, I can't stop. And part of this week, it was orange, like just so much orange. And then this build has some orange accents in the paneling outside. And then the inside has a lot of green on it. I don't know. I love the color green. For the longest time, it was my favorite color. And I guess if you go by like what is defined as a color, green's probably my favorite color, because everyone says black and white aren't colors, and I like gray, which is like an in-between of black and white, which apparently aren't colors. So if you don't count gray as a favorite color, then green is my favorite color. Which this just made me think of how, like, my grandpa was colorblind and he couldn't tell the difference between gray and green. So it works out. In his eyes, no matter what he saw, it was my favorite color because they're both my favorite color. Anyway, that was just really random. Also, I'm curious if anyone is colorblind. I feel like I don't know what that would be like, but at the same time, it's hard to determine, like, what anyone else sees because the concept of color and like what we each see is so strange to me. Like, yes, I see red and understand that like fire trucks are red and what else is red? Fire hydrants, fire things are red, and so does everyone else. So the color they see, they identify with the color red and identify that is red and fire trucks are red and like that's what it is. But they could be seeing a completely different color through their eyes than you are. But since they've always been told that that color that they're seeing is red, it could be, I don't know. I don't know how I'm getting into this, like we all could be seeing different things right now, but that's where my mind goes. I kind of just trail off into random thoughts sometimes, but I think you guys know that by now. Oh my goodness, this voiceover has gotten away from me a little bit, but I feel like they all have this week. It's just been interesting getting back into it, and I feel like I've just been really busy lately, and I've also been like really active compared to usual and eating better and stuff, so I have a little bit more energy because I've been eating well, I've been exercising, and I've been working a lot, and I've been a busy bee, and I feel like then when I sit down and I get to just talk to you guys, which is essentially talking to myself for the time being, and then I'll get your feedback later, I just kind of ramble, and I'm like, these are all the thoughts that have been going through my mind. What do you think? So, yeah. I sound so crazy right now, but that's okay. This is one of the teen bedrooms. I thought it was really fun and bright and colorful, and I really love those paintings of the bunny, the pug, and the cat. I actually have that painting on my wall at home because my best friend had painted it for me last Christmas. I know I've mentioned this before, but I don't actually use it in the game very often. So every time I do, I'm like, oh my god, I have that hanging on my wall in my living room, which I'll probably put in my office when I move. Yeah, probably, because it doesn't really make sense in my living room. All my sim stuff will probably be isolated to that one room. But then I made this teen room. I imagine this was for a sim who was really into Harry Potter because that poster I put on the wall, I mean, it's definitely a knockoff Harry Potter. Who are we kidding? So I made sure to go ahead and add that, and we're just going to finish up this room. But we are coming to the end of the video. I hope you guys liked this and didn't mind my rambly voiceover and interrupting animals like usual. And there's Wednesday right on cue. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you click that little bell, it will turn on notifications so you'll be notified of every single time I upload a video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all soon. Bye, everybody.